Hello and welcome everyone to a brand new Monday afternoon live stream with yours truly, Andy N0APX from the World Radio League. Great to see everybody. We've got a great crowd in here today. Already pouring into the chat. Let me shift my camera over so I can see what's going on in the chat here. All right, everybody. Good to see you. We're getting kicked off here. Brand new Monday, the first Monday in November, which might as well be Christmas season as far as I'm concerned. So, festive pre-roll today. Great to see everybody. All right. Keep pouring those questions, comments in the chat. Stick some over in the World Radio League Discord live stream questions channel if you are a member of the Discord. And if you are not, well, today is your day because I am dropping the link in right now in the chat. We're popping it in just like that. Hope everybody's having a fantastic Monday. Go ahead and pull this music on down. All right, great to have everyone in here today. Let's see here. Let's do a top down of comments just like we normally do, and we'll get kicked off here. I saw some good stuff here at the top. I don't know what happened to the first, second, and third comments were removed. Or the first two, maybe. But anyway, they were replaced with some good ones here. So let's get kicked off. I think Terry was first anyway. So let's get kicked off with a good Terry joke here. Terry with a tango, KQ4MDM says, Daffy Duck and Elmer Fudd robbing a liquor store. Sounds scary. Daffy says, is this whiskey? And to which Elmer replies, yes, but not as whiskey as robbing a bank. So there is your opening joke for the stream. Hopefully everybody liked that. I get a kick out of that joke every time I read it. So thank you, Terry, for popping that in there. Great joke. All right. Willard, I am here. W4DGA. Good to see you, Willard. All right. Hello, Dave. KE6GAE Hillbilly Ham. Good to see you. KT Money. Howdy. Jose, KD4RVB. Good to see you. Brian. Good to see you in the chat. Let's see here. I got some sports interest going on from Dave there. Hello, David. Good to see you. David Wernsman. I don't believe I've seen you in the chat before. Tom, W9TEF. Fingers crossed that he comes. I tried to pop my video feed up, but there was an overlay covering it. So you just about saw me enjoying the music there for a couple minutes, but maybe next time. Zach, AI4ZD, ready to earn another emoji. Also, am I on a game show? This music is great. Good. Glad you like the music. That's fantastic. Yeah, you got to work for that emoji after Terry's first comments there. Yeah, you're gonna have to work for that one. Rosanna, KF8CFL. Hello, Rosanna. Good to see you. Pepe, HB9 EVT. Good to see you, Pepe. For all of you who are not in the U.S. and do not have to contend with daylight savings time, we are finally off of daylight savings time, and we are now in. I am now in Central Standard Time, the good time, and so yeah, it's beautiful Monday afternoon, 2:06 in the afternoon here in the beautiful state of Missouri. And yeah, going fantastic. Terry in 0TLB from North Dakota, welcome. Jesse, W1BBT, has entered the chat. Welcome, Jesse. All right. Hello from Athens, Georgia, KQ4VVW over there in our CEO's territory. Good to see you. All right, KQ4KJV, POTA with an old man. KQ4KJV from Florida. Welcome. Kenneth Tilford, KC8ZKS. Good to see you, Ken. Yeah, Nixa Hamfest coming up this weekend. I wanted so badly to make it to the Nixa Hamfest, but man, I have something else going on that weekend, Dave. I'm sorry. I was gonna try. In fact, I just about we just about pulled the trigger on the table, and all of a sudden I remembered that I had something else going on this weekend. So unfortunately, Dave, I don't think I'm going to make it, but maybe next year. We'll see what happens next year. If you could, yeah, next year is probably a lot more likely for me, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Tom, is it my imagination, or did their park lookups improve a bit in the last week or so? They probably did. We probably triggered a their parks update and did some back end magic to speed it up a bit. So glad you're enjoying that. W0UQJ Kelly, good afternoon. Good to see you. Did we get the feature for multiple park numbers? We can, yeah, you can add up to 5 park numbers. We'll be bumping that up to 7 since there are a couple of 7 furs in the US, but you can add up to a 5 for activating or hunting, either way. M8LAO Scott, howdy. Ed KB4SYV had a great talk with the guys at Stone Mountain Hamfest on Saturday. That's fantastic. Yeah, James and Jim. James in 0WRL and Jim in 4BFR. The CEO and the professor of Jim's the professor at Ham Radio Prep. James is CEO of Ham Radio Prep and World Radio League. They went down to Stone Mountain on Saturday and had a really good time, and got some great feedback from y'all. So Pepe says, please open the door. It's cold outside, and Mickey, a.k.a. Clyde, wants to come in again. No, that door's staying tighter than a drum, Pepe. At least right now. I'm actually mouse-proofing the next section over in the building, so the door may come open, but Clyde will stay outside. At least we hope he will. Mark, KR9K. Welcome, Mark. Good to see you. Hello, David from Stone Mountain, Georgia. Good to see you, David. K0PLT, Peter. Welcome, Peter. Good to see you again. Anthony. Hello, Anthony. Good to see you. Terry doesn't like standard time. Well, I'm sorry, Terry, but that's the way of the turntables. And yep. They've been talking about trying to make it stay one way or the other, but there was such a big fight over which way it should stay that they decided not to do anything about it yet. Let's hope that changes in the next couple of years, but we'll see. W0UQJ Kelly, good to see you. All right, Ruck and Radio KW0X. That's a channel. I'm gonna have to look up your channel because that channel name is something I would be interested in. Give me 1 second here to grab a screenshot here so to remind me to pop over there. And he says, has anyone else noticed a slight reduction in QRZ information pull on the mobile and iPad app? I haven't, but we can absolutely take a look at that for sure. I grabbed your comment, so we'll take a look at that and see. Brian says, the whole changing of the times twice a year, why won't they just leave it where it is and call it good? I wish they would. Like I said, there's such a big fight over which way to leave it. They haven't got that far yet, but let's hope that they come to a consensus, like they all ever come to a consensus these days. maybe sometime. All right. Jacob AI5XR, good afternoon. Joe, hello, Joe. KD2RPB, good to see you. Christopher Greenwald, KF0RGH, checking in from Minnesota. You know, this is almost like an online net of sorts with everybody checking in with their call signs. In fact, that'd be kind of a cool thing. You know what? We ought to set this up where we can check viewers in via Echo Link. That would be really cool. Give me a thumbs up in the chat if that's something you guys would like to see. This is a really cool idea. We've got a special guest that just appeared, and this is a man who I want to get your feedback on this, because this is a really interesting idea I just had, and some people have mentioned it before. But let's go ahead and bring in our special guest. Everybody, give a great big round of welcome to our CEO, James N0WRL. Welcome to the stream, James.
Hello. Thanks for having me, Andy, and thanks for doing it as always. Been a very very busy Monday coming off the Stone Mountain Ham Fest, where we
I can
got a
imagine.
lot of really, really good live feedback. So if
Awesome.
anybody, I saw you there at Stone Mountain, good to see you
Yeah. We got a couple of
again.
Stone Mountainers in here. We've got David Ritchie and we've got Ed KB4SYV from Stone
Oh,
Mountain.
hey
Just
Ed,
giving
good
you
to
a shout
see
out.
you.
Yeah.
Good to see you in the
Yeah,
live stream.
absolutely.
And yeah, I mean, it was absolutely amazing. We got a lot of really, really good we got a lot of good feedback. So we came in hot. I mean, as Andy would tell you, we were just reviewing feedback, reviewing any issues that we needed to take care of for like 3 hours all together as a team this morning, getting everything assigned out, making sure, it's like a battle station over here this
Yeah.
morning.
It was like 5 battle stations. Yeah, absolutely. So I got this comment from Christopher Greenwald, and it's just a simple KF0RGH checking in from Minnesota. And it got me thinking, James. I think maybe moving forward, if I can figure out how to set it up properly, I'd be really interested. We might set up like an Echo Link net around this live stream where viewers can check in using their call sign. We'll log them in World Radio League. They can get a confirmation from whoever's net control, which typically at this point would probably be me, and we can do a whole net with checking in guys from the that are watching the stream, and I think that would be pretty cool. Yeah, so we might see if we can set something up. We might do a test net some evening or some day, something. See if you guys can check in, and then maybe we'll make it a Monday regular. But yeah. Uh, Let me just. I'm constantly grabbing screenshots out of the chat and posting them in our internal chat so that we can reference them later. But here's a question from Jacob AI5XR. Has anyone had an issue with the app logging you out multiple times? If you're talking about the mobile app or the web app, Jacob, I would be interested. We've pretty much conquered all the logout issues with the web app, but there might be something we are unaware of with the mobile app. So if you could clarify that, I would appreciate that.
I
While we're
think
waiting, yeah,
I will say one possible cause. I mean, we could look into it. I don't think it's a bug right now, but I will say one thing that has happened is because we've had so many mobile app updates. Sometimes the update will make you
sign in
log in
again.
again. That
Mhm.
shouldn't happen anymore. When you
Yeah.
update your
Okay.
app, it shouldn't make
Good.
you force you to log in. But
Good.
I know for some of the first versions, so I will probably said it a million times, but make sure if you haven't updated your app in the last week, give it an update. And we're going to get better about, even being able to push some updates without requiring an update. We're looking at things like that. But um, for the time being, we've been okay.
Yeah.
Rob says mobile app doesn't keep you logged in each time.
Okay.
Interesting. So is it logging you out, or is it the
Hmm.
update that's getting you, or is it
Yeah,
the
yeah. Give us a little bit more information, both of you, if you can. We'd appreciate that. In the meantime, Zach says feature request for mobile users: hand warmer mode for the cooler weather. 100% of the CPU to warm up the phone while making photo contacts.
This
Okay,
is
okay.
definitely the
Zach, Zach,
most creative feature request by far. Just use
this is
100% CPU all the time.
just so you understand, this is a notch in Zach's gun. He does this every stream. He has to make me laugh. If he makes me laugh, he gets a cowboy hat emoji in his Discord profile name. So I wasn't paying attention to who this was when I started laughing. Otherwise, you might not have got your notch, Zach. But you got me, man.
Can I
Okay.
can I rapid fire for you? I don't know if you already did this, but can I
I'm
rapid fire for you? Sorry, go ahead, Andy.
Uh, sorry, I was trying to understand what you're saying. I've been blasting down from the top so far, and I've got down to Emmett saying hello from Fernandina Beach, Florida. KQ4BEK. Hey, Emmett, good to see you. What were you saying, James?
If I don't want to take a minute. I'm gonna
Yeah.
just rapid fire a quick summary from this morning. Some of the
Yes, absolutely. It'd be awesome.
known things that we're working on, because I want to
Mm-hmm.
let you guys
Be
know.
so cool. Be great.
For some users, there are slight discrepancies in analytics, which are, number of states worked, number of countries. Since the transition to the new database, we've been continually cleansing our data, like cleaning up data. So like imagine in one place it says United States and then another place says United States of America. Sometimes that would count as 2DX or sometimes it wouldn't count. We're pretty close to getting the full database clean. So we'll have cleanups there, and we also are like reprocessing confirmations and things. So there's still some work being done, but that's being cleaned up. There's a known issue where in the community it will say you're free even if you're a paid member. We're working on that. We're doing some optimizations on the call sign lookup. You should see it getting faster. Number of people have had some distance calculations issues where either the distance calculation wasn't getting added or it got added correctly. That's mostly working, but we are fixing it. One of the really big ones is cat control connection issues. So for those of you who maybe have an issue with cat control connecting to back and forth, maybe the cat control gets disconnected in some way, we've pinpointed the issue. It's related to a listener that's waiting on those updates. We are working on it, and so we expect a resolution on that. WSJTX, there's a couple of folks that had issues with WSJTX integration, but for a lot of people, it's working totally great. So we're still investigating. We're going to add some more telemetry, but just know it's on our radar. We released a number of spotting fixes. So spot them in into the WRL cluster. That's getting fixed.
It's already part of the fix is already live. The function works. There's just a little deal where the country doesn't always populate, but the feature is working now. Yep.
Okay, awesome. Next up, we have an issue on mobile app where it was just only showing a maximum of 50 contacts even when you selected more. That is getting ready to deploy, and there's a number of kind of more odds and ends there, but those are some of the main ones that there's definitely a couple.
You always work through all the major issues, and then you've got a dozen or so edge cases that are like something that almost nobody does, and so you're like having to meet the edge cases, and so we try to deal with as many of those as possible. If they align with general use, then by all means we almost always implement them. But if for some reason they like contradict the default general use, we have to either come up with a workaround or say that's just that kind of contradicts what everybody else is doing, so there's a few of those we've had to say no to. Many of them do align, and so we're like, yeah, we can definitely do that. But yeah, it's kind of a game we were playing on our side where we're like, does this match what 90% of operators are gonna want, or will they want a default that's a different way, if that makes sense?
100%. But I mean, it's like every single, the good thing is like every time one of you guys reports something on that report a bug, we pull the full logs, and then the app gets a little bit better because we fix that, underlying issue. So the best way to let us know about something that you're having is that report a bug, because it puts it into the right process so we can, prioritize.
And it's so cool because if you're chatting with us about something in Discord, feel free to go ahead and submit a bug report anyway, and just say, hey, I'm chatting with Andy over in Discord on this, but I wanted to report this here because so you guys will have the full logs. We appreciate that because that helps us to literally see the logs from what's going on with your issue, exactly your issue. We're not like trying to reproduce it and all this stuff without having the original cause right there. We can actually, if you click that report a bug button, we can see exactly what's going on. So yeah. James, you want me to keep moving through comments, or did you have anything else there?
No, keep going. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I'm like,
no.
I just come in here like a train crash and just throw everything.
Oh no, man! I was very glad you were able to bring all that here. You've got everything organized as far as that goes. So Brian says, are the parks for multiples able to be entered as comma separated list yet? The answer to that is no. You can add up to 5 parks at a time. We're getting ready to expand that to 7. You can add up to 5 parks at a time by just, searching each park number and adding it in. The comma separation feature is definitely on the roadmap, and we will have that. I'm not sure exactly where we've got that one in the list, but it should be coming before too much longer. I think we kind of bumped a couple of those comma separated items because those are going to be really handy. KW0X says, I have a feeling into NWK was a big push for the 7 fur. Yeah, it could have been. We had a couple of people asking for 7 fur. So Carlos TI2CC stroke TI1T. I'm not sure where either of those call signs are from. Let me look. That's really cool. Let's see here. TI2 is Costa Rica, and TI1 is also Costa Rica. So welcome, Carlos. Good to see you. David Ritchie says, due to the time change, it's time to push for GMT. Let's see here. Ed says move the time a half hour instead of a full hour. That would be really confusing. Okay.
Can't we just move the time a half hour and just be done with daylight savings time?
Yeah, I wish we could just leave it where it is and just say, all right, folks, we're here. We're leaving it. All right.
And this is the good daylight savings time change. This is the one that gives us
easy
an extra hour. It's the
an
nice
extra
one.
hour of sleep. The other one is the one you always dread. Rob says, hello, everyone. All working good. All right, we got a few thumbs up in the chat here for an Echolink net, so stay tuned. We've got several of those here. That's good. Good to see. Johnny, hello from North Carolina, and for OJD. Welcome, Johnny. Good to see you. Yeah. We've got our good friend Kilo Echo 6, Great American Eagle, would love to check into the net, looks like. Pepe has a question for James, or has a note for James. After a busy Monday comes a busy Tuesday.
Yeah, busy Tuesday. Wednesday and Thursday, and then you really want to dig in. And then Friday is when you just get after it. And then Saturday and Sunday, those are the really good days to get ahead. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But yeah, essentially, yeah.
Yeah. All right. KQ4KJV Poto with an old man says, Miss James at Hamcation this year. Were you at Hamcation, or did you miss that one, James?
Okay,
maybe he's saying he missed it.
Let's look him up. KKQ4. He's a I'm looking him up. I'm trying to remember. I feel like I've met you before, Jim. Jim Sipple. I'll also show you something kind of cool here.
Yeah.
While we've got Jim up, and hopefully I'll see you at Hamcation this year, Jim. We will definitely be there again. We're always trying to talk Andy into coming with us, so we'll try to get him. But Jim, I always thanks for the support, and I'll also show you a kind of funny thing. It's funny when people log on certain days, because then you get these kind of cool patterns. So it looks like
he never logs on Wednesday.
He doesn't log on Wednesday.
That is no ham radio day.
But thanks for the support, and hope to see you at Hamcation.
Yeah. All right. AI5XR Jacob says was not able to make Stone Mountain, but did hunt Vaughn and Julie every day when they were there. Good. Let's see here. All right. Terry says, James, you and Andy need to bring your families to the Sevierville County Hamfest at Pigeon Forge in March, and you could promote WRL plus enjoy Pigeon Forge with the family.
So
Sevier County. Okay.
I will tell you, I'm kind of like getting maxed out on my Hamfest that I can actually go to and still do my work. But I want to go ahead and say, if anybody wants to represent World Radio League and Ham Radio Prep at a local Hamfest, shoot me a message, because we can use local. You can go there and volunteer, and we can send you some books and some banners and stuff like that. And we can get that.
And what's the best way to get in touch with you for them?
The community.worldradiologue.com. I really want to be more of a Discord guy. Like, I feel like I'm like the odd ham out, that I'm like not that good at Discord.
You're not the only one, don't worry.
But I feel like I have too many chats. It's like I keep up mostly with the community.worldradiologue.com these days.
Yep, absolutely. All right, sounds good. All right, Rob, this is one we covered earlier. Mobile app doesn't keep you logged in. Dave says he has not had a problem with the mobile app, so that's good. Ruck and Radio says, speaking for myself, the latest update did not log me out. Good to hear. Zach has his 4th made Andy laugh emoji and 1 smashed a bug emoji in there. So good job, Zach. All right. So Jacob says the mobile app happens to me multiple times this weekend. When I was out at the park at one point, it even crashed and I had to resort to paper logging. Jacob, could you maybe ping me on Discord or something and kind of let me know kind of what you were doing when it crashed? That would maybe give me a little bit better idea as to what could be causing this. That's a little bit weird. Thank you for adding some info there. That's yeah. Rob says I have to log in each time with the mobile app. Ban conditions does work. So in other words, he can access ban conditions without logging in, I'm assuming, but he has to log in every time he wants to use a mobile app. Okay, that's a little odd. Maybe we can do some testing. Make sure that you've updated the latest version, everybody. We want to make sure everybody's on the latest version of the mobile app. So Jacob also says, and just an FYI, I've updated my app within the last week. I think we had a couple of updates within the last week, so you might want to just make sure you've got that latest one. Chris, KF0RGH, and Kristen, KF0RYZ, they are, what's this YouTube channel? Let's say, I'm trying to see this. Hold on. POTA Squirrels Ham Radio. I'm gonna have to check your channel out. That's really cool. Checking in. Looks like maybe another POTA couple, possibly. Those are always fun to work. Get 2 ops at one go, and it's a good way for folks to have fun. So, all right, good to hear you both. Good to see you both in the chat. Terry says, I noticed the stop button on the rig control button does not push. Okay, I think there's a couple of deals there with the rig control where it's actually working as expected. It just doesn't show you that it's working as expected. So yeah, we're working on that. We should have a couple more updates in the very near future to fix a couple of those issues. So let me grab these comments for the dev team. Dave says software design and troubleshooting is fun, not LOL. Yes, indeed. But it kind of is in a way. It isn't, but it kind of is. So, Terry said, "Wait, WRL has bugs? Who knew?" Oh, that's funny. Dave says that is why I don't program anymore. Yeah, absolutely. All right, Rocket Radio. Are you swiping features in the are swiping features in the mobile app in the works? I've already got some swiping features. I'm not sure what swiping features you're talking about. If you've ever grabbed a logbook, you can delete it by swiping over and then pressing a button after you swipe. But I'm not sure what other swiping features that you're mentioning there. But let us know, because that would be kind of cool. Zach says, honestly, a great feature would be for cat control to have a radio connect button without going into settings. Okay. Yeah, point taken. We're still, you got to understand, we're still on cat control beta. Cat control is it's really kind of I've never seen it done just extraordinarily well, maybe a couple places, but it's hard to just do cat control just perfectly well. So we're using this beta app as a huge research project to work out every bug we possibly can, so that when we launch desktop app V2, we'll have the best we can possibly have at that point, cat control. So thank you. All the feedback you can give us is well appreciated on cat control. So thank you. Jacob says, the mobile app locked me out multiple times this weekend, and at one point it even crashed and I had to resort to paper logging, but as soon as I got home, it seemed to be fine. Okay, I'm grabbing your feedback. I'm probably going to do a POTA later today. So, oh yeah, announcement, everybody. Make sure you've got me in your ham alert. If you don't, N0APX, pop me in your ham alert. I'll probably be in the park later today. Unsure if I'll be doing single sideband, but I'll very likely be doing CW. So get me in your ham alert. I'd love to work you later in the park. So, all right. Let's see here. But yeah, Jacob, my point there was that I'll be using the mobile app and I can check and see if I have any issues there. Chris and Kristen say making it so we can have multiple operators for the same park. Yes, comma separated operators. That is, I'll grab this to add it to our task that we already have, just to add some more feedback. We like to collect all the feedback we can on each item to kind of get a running total of how many people want that feature. If you know what I mean. So good feedback there, Chris and Kristen. Yeah, we're planning on it for sure. That's one of our top coming features. So Zach says, James, would love to have you come up to the Charlotte Hamfest next year. I'm on the planning board. Hit me up. AI4ZD. So James, I don't know if you have a response there.
AI4ZD. I'll say the same thing. If you want to represent us, Zach, let us know, because I might be able to make some of these. I don't know what my full plan for next year is. I'm always going to hit the big ones, but we are definitely looking for people to represent us at different Hamfests. We can, send you some gear. We'll do like a dual thing with Ham Radio Prep and World Radio League, and you'll have free books and stickers to give out. If anyone's ever seen us at a Hamfest, you'll kind of know like what our general, like the stuff we bring with us, so we can send that out to you so you can give it away to people and kind of show a live demo and stuff like that. So Zach, if
Cool.
it sounds like you're volunteering.
Yeah,
Maybe.
there you go. Maybe. All right. And KQ4KJV says yes, it's Jim. So he's
Jim.
confirming that you had the right name. Pepe says mobile app still not usable in Europe. Well, Soda, we don't log state, but always first name. Feature request sent in. Question is an update to the mobile app in sight. Yeah, we've got several things planned for the mobile app, but that is very good feedback, and I think we've got that on the roadmap. But
yeah, it's up there.
Just in case I'm grabbing it, and just as an added boost there. So
yeah, it's up, and it's in the high priority. We call this feature, and this is for your reference too, Andy. We call it mobile app logging templates, which is a single task that is built to solve all of the issues that might be related to the template on the mobile, whether it's for a contest or a POTA or a SOTA or European support and getting rid of that state field. But thank you for the reminder. Pepe, I just added
when
that.
You start hearing mobile app templates come up, or you see it in an email, then you'll know that's what we're working on. So, all right. Thanks, Pepe. Dave says, Andy, let's talk for next year's Hamfest. Yeah, Dave, hit me up, whatever you got, man. I'd be glad to. I think I can probably talk James into getting me set up at the next Hamfest. We'll see what happens. So we've got the Springfield and the Nexa one are the two closest ones. Oh, and Joplin, of course. So those three, maybe I can hit all three of them next year, at least two out of three, if possible. So, all right. Next here, let's see here. David Smith says, I feel like most DST complaints, daylight savings time complaints, are based on the fact the cost and the value take place in different time periods. Yeah, I can see here. I'm not sure exactly. It's trying to follow the train of thought there, but yeah, absolutely, David. David also says, "See, you're closing in on a nice milestone in founding members. Where are we at in founding members, James?"
I'm not sure.
I don't know where our next number is. I haven't checked for a while. Let me see here. Yeah, I'm not sure what our next number is. I'm not. It's kind of funny. I'm not.
Yeah, I think the only way to do it would be maybe if we go to a private browser.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and do a sign in.
Let's see. If you were to sign up right now, you would be founding number 2,487. So we're almost halfway through all of the
guys. Grab those numbers quick, because once they're gone, they're gone. So just remember that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and also I would say, you know, I mean, obviously I'll say this, but keep your renewal on, because then you don't lose your founding
Yes. If you
member
lose your
number one.
number, I'm sorry. If you turn your renewal off, you lose your number. We can't all most of the time it's not possible for us to just restore it for everybody. So you're going to be bumped to the end of the line if you do sign back up and get the latest number. So yeah, be sure and turn your auto renew on so you don't lose your number.
Also, another little hint for you guys. I won't tell you exactly what it
Ooh, I
is,
didn't know if he's going
but
to throw this out or not.
For Black Friday, there will actually be a special that we're going to run, and it is going to involve getting an improved founding member number. So I'm just going to preview this out for you guys a little bit. But imagine there's all these people that maybe they were founding number 50 or 150 and they let it lapse. And so now there's these kind of founding member numbers that are vacant, that are some maybe improved founding member numbers. Stay tuned. Andy will keep you guys posted on this. We're not going to announce it today, but there will be something related to Black Friday with
And
improved
and
founding member
I
numbers.
will warn you, stay tuned closely because there is a very limited number of those, extraordinarily limited. So those are really gone when they're gone. So and they're gone. So when they're gone. So don't just keep an eye out if you want to improve your number. We may have an opportunity for you to do so. So all right. Gibson Ryan says, great catching up with James and meeting Julian Vaughn at Stone Mountain Hamfest. Sorry I had to send a bug report right after. Man, we appreciate it. We appreciate all the feedback. We're so glad that you guys are engaged enough to actually send us bug reports. I tell you what, I bugged the World Radio League team to death before I joined the team, but that's because I love the software so much. And if a lot of software, I'll go in, I'll find a bug, and I'll just not say anything to the software development team. But with World Radio League, even from the very beginning, I wanted them to succeed and I wanted them to grow. And so I was piling on the feedback, and look where I'm at now. But yeah, it's really, that just tells us that you really want us to succeed and that you're really pushing for us, and we so appreciate that.
I'll tell you a little funny story about Ryan
Yeah.
too, which is before I went to the Hamfest, I checked the Georgia State leaderboard all time just to check
Uh-huh.
out what was going on, because I was like, you know, maybe I'll run into some of these. And I recognized Ryan because I met him at Stone Mountain, I think 2 years ago. And so I was
Uh-huh.
like, that'd be cool if I saw Ryan. And I remember he was telling me about his HF Mobile. Actually, he's part of the reason I did my HF Mobile setup the way that I did, because I remember he's like, yeah, I'm just driving up and down 400, which is our highway here, and I'm
Yeah.
making HF contacts. And I was like, oh man, that sounds
Cool.
pretty cool. And so I saw him at the Hamfest, and I said, hey, you're the number one user in Georgia. And he's like, what? And he'd never even looked at the leaderboard yet. And
That's
I
funny.
was like, okay, well, maybe that's the trick. If you want to be the leader, maybe you
Yeah.
just log and you don't even think about it. And maybe you end up, getting on the leader.
Yeah, there you go. I wonder who's the top for Missouri. I'm guessing it's Dave. Let's see here.
Let's check it.
Yeah. Um,
Man, Missouri is like right dead center,
yeah,
pretty
Gateway to
much.
the West. Absolutely. Let me share my screen here real quick and we'll check this because I really don't know who's the leader for Missouri. I have no idea. Um, let's see here. Where am I going? Leaderboard. There we go. Okay, Missouri. Looks like for this week it's Mitch. Let's check all time.
I remember when all time. I mean, even this.
Wow. I'm
Oh,
number 2
you're
on the CW board. That's cool. I'm number 3 on the general.
nice.
Awesome. Timothy, I don't think I know Timothy. Tyler, we've seen Tyler a few times before, I believe. At least communicated via email or something. N5TPG. I recognize Tyler. Don't think I've seen Timothy pop up. There's Dave, number 7 on the board. But yeah, K0LAF. He's like, yeah, he's popped up quite a bit before too. So yeah, cool.
That is cool. And
All right.
congratulations on number 3.
Oh, thanks.
You're making
All
some
right.
videos now on CW POTA as well, right?
What's that?
you're making some videos now on CW POTA. Maybe that'll finally get me
getting
trained.
some stuff out there. Yeah, absolutely. I think I've got one up on the YouTube channel, and yeah, might have some others coming soon. AI5XR. Yeah, go check out the rest of the World Radio League channel. The YouTube live isn't the only thing we do. We've got a whole channel with tons of content. So go check it out. Jacob says, James, I'm going to get in touch with you about that for the Cowtown Hamfest coming out soon, just after the first of the year. So Jacob be reaching out to you. Sounds like about representing us. Jacob has been one of our old faithfuls from the start. So that's great to hear, Jacob. Kenneth says there's 2 bugs on this. Is Kenneth KC8ZKS, an old friend. He says there's 2 bugs on my screen right now. I think he's talking about us, James.
That's just rude, Ken.
Yeah,
That's just
seriously,
rude.
man. Oh, come on. Okay.
Ken and Ken actually has kind of pioneered the representation. Ken represented us at 2 Hamfest. The only problem is I can't remember which ones, but he did go and did an awesome job. And him and another bug, Mike KE8 NHH, they did a really good job representing us at some Hamfests.
Yeah. Dave says at least there's a button after the swipe. This is talking about the swipe to delete logbook. He says at least there's a button after the swipe. I almost deleted a logbook I didn't want to. Yeah, we designed that way on purpose, so you don't just swipe and delete. You have to swipe and then press a button. You do not want to delete a logbook. So yeah, swipe then press. That was intentional. Rock and Radio KW0X. So swiping features in reference to switching back and forth between log maps and spots. Okay. Great request. He says he's got that in the feature request channel as well. I'll just make sure I have that saved here.
Ooh, yeah, that's an easy one too. That would be nice.
Very cool one. Okay. All right. Joshua says, hi, everyone. W4GOG. Good to see you, James, at Stone Mountain Hamfest Saturday. So
good to see you.
Welcome, Joshua.
I recognize that call. That's the W4GOG.
Yep.
Let me look up your profile really quick.
Yeah. In the meantime, Rock and Radio KW0X says, on a positive note, I'm sure I speak for more than just myself. Thank you all for the continuous hard work and dedication the team has put into World Radio League. It is a tremendous tool already and only getting better. There we go. Thank you so much. We really, really, really appreciate that. I'm going to pass that on to the team. That is great feedback. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, I second that. And I want to show you guys a cool feature. So Joshua, I just met him at the Hamfest. Kind of cool thing here. I actually love to use the My Notes for stuff because this is only your personal notes, right? It's not going to show up for other users. So my personal note is going to say, met Joshua at the Stone Mountain Hamfest. And so then the really cool thing is, now if I go and I'm logging him, I've got to delete some of these fake contacts, and I put W4GOG. Now when I'm logging him, my note shows up here. So if I ever heard him on the air and I'm like, oh yeah, I met you at the Stone Mountain Hamfest, then I have that note about the user too. And you can change it from here too. But that's kind of like a little pro tip for some of you guys if you haven't used that feature yet.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was just seeing here, we've got Ernest, hello from Pennsylvania. 73 from W3GUI. Cool call sign. I like it. Rosanna, though, is asking how to log soda in the World Radio League. Let me see. I'm trying to pull a. Give me just a second. My YouTube is bugging out, but there is a. I think we've got a video on this. You can add a soda activity just like you would add a POTA activity. But I think we've got a video on this. I'm just trying to pull up my YouTube stream is not, or my YouTube tab is not working for some reason. YouTube has a bug. Go report this to YouTube. They've got a bug. Let's see here.
Where is the report a bug button for YouTube?
Yeah, seriously, YouTube needs a report a bug button. I cannot pull this up.
Oh, wait,
James,
hold on a second. Pepe. This is actually the feature I just demoed. That was a Pepe feature
that was
request
a
original.
Pepe
Okay,
request.
Pepe, give us some credit. We do implement your feature requests. They do sometimes they take longer, but give it. I'll give you some credit, but you got to give us some credit too because we do get to them.
Oh, that's funny. All right, let's see here. I cannot get YouTube to work. Can you pull up the video on creating a POTA or soda log and post the link in the chat here, James? I cannot pull it for the life of me. It will not load.
Sure.
That's
Is
so
it on
weird.
our documentation page or is it just
It
on
might.
the
Yes, I think it might be. Let me look there. Let me just see if it is. WorldRadioLeague.com. Go check out WorldRadioLeague.com. App.WorldRadioLeague.com is where you go to sign into your account. But if you just go to WorldRadioLeague.com, that's going to give you all of our documentation and user guides and that type of
let's
thing.
just let me demo this really quick. You go in here and then just click documentation at the top, and then look at this bug. There's a bug right there.
What's that?
No, it's just I'm just making my fun of
Oh,
myself.
yeah. You
Making fun
scared
of
me.
myself. Sorry. So then there's that, and then I lost my train of thought. Which one were we looking for? The soda?
Yeah, POTA. I think it's POTA and field operations. I think is what it's under.
Okay, yeah, we've got
Why?
POTA and field operation. Do we have a POTA guide? Let me check. Let's check YouTube and see if we have a.
Yeah, it's how to use WRL for POTA. I think that's the right guide. It's the same flow. You just click soda instead of POTA. But this might be an old guide. It may have been before we added soda. I'm not sure. But the YouTube embedded videos aren't even showing on my side. I don't know what's going on with YouTube right now. But anyway, yeah, if you're able to pull that, Rosanna, if you find our POTA guide on that page we just showed, or on the YouTube channel, you can check that out. But if that one's, I'm gonna have to check that one. If that one's outdated, I can record an updated one. I can't remember at what point we recorded that. So, all right. Dave says he's willing to represent at Sedelia's next year is the ARRL Midwest Convention as well. Dave, I may be there. We'll see. Since it's a big one, I don't know. James might. I don't know, James, if you want to send me up there, or if we want to send Dave up there, but one of the two of us.
Well, you can have
probably
both of
be
you
there.
guys.
Yeah, there we go.
Double trouble.
Yeah, and believe me, it is double trouble. SparkCon 2026. All right, yeah, absolutely. We'll see about that. We'll see what's going on that right then. I'll look it up, and we'll kind of maybe start planning for that. So SparkCon 2026. Cool. Okay. Dave says he forgot what his founding member number is. Well, let's just check it out right quick, Dave. KE6GAE. Your founding member number is 1429. 1429. Yeah, pretty good one.
Don't use it as your bank account PIN.
No, not recommended. You know what? It's really funny when you have like a really famous phone number from an ad or something, and it just like sticks in your brain, like the last 4 digits stick in your brain, and you use it for your bank account PIN. That's just, it's kind of dumb, I guess, but it's also kind of funny.
What another one? And Andy, you're such a young guy. You might not even know about this, but like I can remember like my friends' phone numbers, like from landlines. Like I know everybody's phone number that I used on a landline. But now anyone that I've met since I've primarily used my cell phone, I have no clue what their phone number is. I don't even know what my wife's phone number is. That's terrible.
Hilarious. I can tell you my wife's phone number. I can tell you probably my brother's, both my parents, of course. I can tell you our old home phone number before, while we still had a home phone when I was little. I can tell you that one. I can't tell you very many more than that. Well, yeah, there's several. I know, because we still use landlines in some places we still use landlines. So
what about the 8675309? Know that one?
No.
Somebody in the chat, let me know if you know what that's from. It's a good song.
No, I don't know that one. Yeah, never mind. I'm not going down that road. There's Oh my. Okay, moving on. Ryan says, any reason why lately my names have not come up when the call sign is entered, but before the whole QSO is in and entered? Seems to have gotten worse after the platform switch. Double check, make sure your if you're using the QRZ lookups, make sure your QRZ lookup is still signed in. Just double check and make sure that's signed in there.
But before the whole QSO is in and entered, is Ryan? Is that on the mobile app or the website?
Good question. Yeah, let us know, Ryan.
Yeah, and when
in the
you do
yeah.
your POTA today, you can check that one too.
Yeah, absolutely. In the meantime, Seer, yes. Oh, wait, hold on. Any reason why lately my names have not come up when the call sign is entered, but before the okay. All right. I don't think I had that issue. When
I
I
don't
logged
think
last
I
time
do
on the
either. We'll have to check on this.
Dave's got a question here, James. Do you want to speak to this, or do you want to wait and keep everybody in suspense?
I'm gonna keep it in suspense. I won't let anyone know. But I will know it doesn't matter if you purchase now. I'll say that. If you purchase now, you can and you do an upgrade, that's totally great. You can do that. It's not that won't affect anything related to Black Friday. But
Yeah, but he's
if you want
asking.
to upgrade to VIP,
Yeah.
you can do it now. You can do it later. Yeah, either way, with
Yep.
Black
Yep.
Friday, it won't
Absolutely.
make a difference either
It
way.
will. It will. You'll still have an opportunity. So yes, indeed. All right. But it will be a very narrow window of opportunity. Keep that in mind. Very limited opportunity. First come, first serve. So, okay. Terry says,
You'll
yeah,
hear, and so great places to hear about it is going to be this live stream and
live
the
stream.
weekly email. You guys,
Mhm. Yep.
if you're not getting the weekly email, just message in the community or something. But everybody should be on the email list unless
Yes.
you
Yep.
unsubscribe. We
Yep.
try not to send too many emails. We try to send one update a week,
One a
right?
week.
So it's not.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, it's not a big it's one of the most it's one of the easier to be on the list because you're not getting flooded every day with 7 emails, which is annoying, but you're just getting one a week, just an update letting you know where we're at, what's going on. And also watch our social pages. Like James said, the best places are here on the live and in the email. But also keep an eye on our social pages. We'll probably be pushing stuff there too. World Radio League, Facebook, X, I think we're on Instagram. I don't know where all we're at. Are we on TikTok? I'm not sure. I don't know. Anyway, let's see here. Terry says my experience with Andy, James, and Brad has been amazing. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Terry. Really appreciate that. That's kind
Thank you, Terry.
words. Yes, absolutely. Zach says, wait, if I get enough laughing Andy emojis, will I still be able to join the world? Will I be able to join the World Radio League team? I can do UX. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, James, that's a James question there.
I keep on forgetting who Bug Barbecue is.
Zach,
Zach.
AI4ZB.
Okay. Possibly Zach.
Yeah.
But if you can keep Andy chuckling, hey, that's enough for me.
Oh, there you go. All right. You're like my you're
Well,
like
Andy,
my
are you
weekly
on
reset.
your fancy new camera for this call?
I am not for this stream. No, I just went out and did a photo shoot for some family, and it's sitting the SD cards in the house copying photos right now, and it's in the camera's like in the house, and I didn't have it all set up.
Yeah,
But
I also just use a regular webcam for this, but I was just curious
I'm
because
using a GoPro Hero 10, so it's
ooh,
not
nice.
terrible. But
That's pretty good.
yeah.
Yeah, mine's just a Logitech. It's like one that sits on top of my monitor. The problem is anyone if I've posted a couple photos of it before, but I have 4 monitors, so I don't know if I can actually fit like a full size camera to.
Yeah,
But
I like mine
Andy's
is
got a
like
really
sticking up
cool
in the middle of
new
my screen,
camera
and
for his.
yeah, mine's like sticking up in the middle of my screen, but my screen is 43 inches, so I can shift it to one side and pop the stream window down in a corner or something. But yeah, I got a new camera for filming, and you'll see some exciting stuff coming up. Keep an eye on our HRP side as well, the Ham Radio Prep side. James has got the hat, rocking the hat today over there, Ham Radio Prep. Keep an eye on the Ham Radio Prep side because we have some exciting stuff happening. James, I don't know if you want to speak to that yet, or if you want to keep that under your hat.
Hold on. I was reading another comment about the call sign lookup
Oh no,
with
you're good.
QRZ. So you guys are both seeing that the QRZ information polls have gotten slower. I might have to look into that because we did recently update the logic. We updated the logic to make it faster, so it
Yeah.
shouldn't get slower. But I'm assuming did we figure out if we were on app or web?
I'm not sure. I haven't got down that far. Let's
App.
rapid
Okay, on
fire.
app.
Okay.
Okay, let me check. I'll start
While you're
testing.
doing that, I'm going to rapid fire a few of these, and then we'll get back to the HRP thing. Rob says he thinks he's the number one for California leaderboard. Cool. Zach says number one for North Carolina all time. Cool. He didn't think to check either. Dave, indeed you are on the board. See here, Charlie is retired. Charlie. Oh, that is the one of the other hams on the leaderboard there. Rob says he's on the board on FT8. Okay. Peter says, I hereby demand a leaderboard for indoor 10 watts. Cool. All right. KF4BOG Live says, hello. Hey, good to see you. I don't think I've seen you for a while. So great to see you, man. Pepe says, James said it. Pepe's telling on me. James said in a video podcast that he hired Andy because he kept pestering him with feature proposals. I'm just wondering why James hasn't offered me a job yet. Oh, that's funny. All right. Dave says he always has his tablet showing World Radio League at my tables at Hamfest. Indeed, I can confirm that Dave does indeed do this, and we
Thank you,
really
Dave.
appreciate it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
A great ambassador.
Willard says he's number 2 all time in Georgia.
Let's go,
Michael,
Team
yeah,
Georgia. Here we go.
absolutely. Michael says, "Good evening, all. SM7 WPD soon bedtime here. Great to see you. Great to see you too, Michael. Thank you for
What's
stopping by.
SM7? Where's that call from?
SM7, that's
I
I'm really
think
not sure.
Sweden.
Sweden. Cool. There you
Cool.
go. All
Nice.
right. Reckon Radio says, is she asking about logging? As she is activating soda or hunting soda? Oh, good question. This was about Rosanna's question earlier. So, Rosanna, if you're still watching, were you asking about hunting or activating soda? Pepe
Also,
says,
I have a quick. I'm like
yeah,
just to remind myself something we need
yeah,
to do. When
yeah.
it says in here where it says add activities, it needs to say we should actually make it say add activations just to
Mhm.
clear up the confusion because you might
Yes.
actually think you're hunting POTA, but
Yeah.
this is actually only
We've
for
got,
activation.
yeah, we had I don't know if you remember, James. I brought up an issue a while back around the activities naming convention that we might want to cover soon.
Yeah,
So,
there's a lot. I remember that. There's a lot of activities.
yeah.
There's your activity list. There's your activities
Yeah.
like POTA. There's
Activity streaks. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
All right. Pepe says first half of feature requests are implemented, and sometimes in less than a week. Yes, yes. We love Pepe's feature
Yeah, I
requests. And
remember when I
sometimes they're
met
easy and simple, and we pop them in, and sometimes they're like, yeah, good idea. We're gonna have to drop that down the board a ways, though. So Pepe, we have not
when I
forgotten.
met Pepe, I went to the German Hamfest last year, which was awesome.
Cool.
And I met Pepe there, and me and Pepe
Yeah.
sat down. We talked WRL things for like an hour, and I remember one of the things Pepe said. One of the many advices that Pepe gave me. One of them, he says, "Be careful with giving timelines."
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it's tricky, right? It's like because we don't want to just go like completely in the dark and say, "Hey,
Yeah.
we can't say anytime." So we try to be roundabout, but sometimes
Yeah.
then something shifts and you end up being
Yeah.
wrong. So it's always a
One of the
tricky thing.
principles I like to run by is under promise and over perform. So that's what we attempt to do. So yeah, absolutely. And if you wanna see Pepe on one of our streams, he actually popped in and made a brief appearance in the QRM podcast that Jim and I did on Winter Field Day. Jim in for BFR and I did a Winter Field it was a Field Day, Summer Field Day podcast live stream, and we patched in James from Europe. James was over at the Hamfest in Germany, and if I'm not mistaken, I think Pepe popped in while we were streaming, if I remember correctly. So it may have been. I think he did. I'm pretty sure he did. I think he at least walked past and said hi, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong, but go check that stream out. You'll at least see James in the Hamfest over there. So, Ryan says, Willard, sorry if you've been gunning for me. I didn't even know. Yeah, the leaderboard, some leaderboard.
Guys, I do have to run. I got to jump to another meeting, but I just want to give a big shout out to Andy. Andy, you do an incredible job on these live streams. Andy started this live stream completely of his own will. I didn't even know how to set up a live stream, and Andy was nice enough to invite me. So if it wasn't for Andy, we wouldn't even be doing these. So Andy, thank you for that. And this has just become like one of the best places to hear live feedback. And
Absolutely. I
know sometimes it does take us a little bit longer, but when you look back over a couple of months, I don't think anybody's moving as fast as we are. And I know nobody is working as hard as we are. We are because we're having a great time and we're making improvements every single day. So Andy, hats off to you and good to see everybody.
James. Have a good rest of your day. Good to see you. All right, thanks. All right, great to have James pop in there for a little bit. I'm going to keep the stream rolling here for a while, guys. A little while longer anyway. Let's see here. 6090 Pro Player says, can F1 or can FTX 1F be added to cat control for use with the WSJTX? Reach out to me in the Discord if you're in the Discord. If not, let me pop a link in so that you can hop in there. Where's our Discord invite? There it is. Okay. Pop into the Discord. Let me ping me, and I'll see. I think there is another radio profile you can use until the library developer gets that one added. We're using a library currently. We're using a third-party library, and we kind of have to wait on the developers of that library. But hopefully, hopefully that we can get that added soon. Charlie K0LAF says, hello, we were just talking about you, Charlie. Welcome. Jesse Jarrell says, I don't see bugs. I see two hardworking hamsters. Yes, indeed, Jesse. All right, Tom W9TEF says, I wish I could resize or fully hide the log map spotting stats sidebar. Call sign lookup box above that sidebar on upper right would also be great for limited resolution screens. Cool ideas. Making that configurable. Let me save that as some feedback. All right. Oh, but why not? Let's see. I'm not sure what you're referring to here, Dave. Not sure exactly what you're talking about on this one. Let me know. I got way behind in the chats here, so I'm like 15 minutes behind here. Hold on. Willard says, I did not know I was number 2 until a few minutes ago. I'm not gunning, LOL. Terry says, I would be interested in representing a World Radio League at North Dakota Hamfest. Cool. Reach out to James in the community. Let's see here. Let's see here. What else do we have? Yep, good to see you, KF4BOG. Not sure what this is. Let's see here. Trying to see if you guys are referring to something here. I'm not. Anyway, okay. We'll move on. Let me know if there's something you're referring to here, guys. All right. Zach says, I got it. Okay. Waves and wings. Here we go. One thing I noticed when using iPad mini is the select mode. It was hard to almost impossible to select. Maybe user error, but notice it was hard to slide, and I can only select 80 meters. Okay, good to know. We'll take a look at that and see if we are having any issues with using an iPad on that. Thank you. Feel free to submit a bug report if you have any issues like that. So, mobile app. Ryan says sometimes comes up in the log later. Okay, I got too far behind here, guys. If you can give me some updated info on maybe a couple of these comments. Terry says, I'm interested in the Black Friday deal as well. Good. Keep an eye out. Peter says, old phone trick at payphone, you used to be able to make the hang-up bar chatter. Click it super fast 5 times to dial 5, 3 times to dial 3. Wow, that's really cool. That is super cool. All right, ham radio guy. A little bit coming in late here, Marvin. What's going on? No, I'm kidding you, man. Great to see you, Marvin. Hello. Dave asked what camera I got. I got the Canon R10, and it is really fun. It is really fun. Pepe says, is it possible to renew a subscription on Black Friday if the current annual subscription still has 5 months to run? Let me see. I'll send that over to the team and see if I can get an answer for you, Pepe. Feel free to reach out with the same question in the community or in the Discord, and we can get an answer for you. Let's see here. Can we renew our subscription for more than 1 year on Black Friday? Okay, so basically the same question. Okay. Oh, well, maybe not the same question. I'll pop that over there as kind of a follow-up. All right, guys. Now, if you want to share any photos of activations using World Radio League, anything like that, feel free to drop those over in the Discord, and I'll take a look over there in a couple minutes, and I can share them on stream. Just drop them in before we go offline. And somebody remind me in the chat because I might forget. Dave said, I did see that this weekend in the web, but I figured it was the internet backbone. I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to. I got too far behind on the chat, guys. I'm sorry. Okay. Pepe says SM is Sweden. Okay. 2200 local time. Cool. Topped Andy last week on the CW leaderboard. I'm coming for you, Terry. I'm coming for you. Peter says, I think I will keep member number 768, sub 1K. Cool. Under promise, over deliver. Absolutely. All right, we're just about caught up here in the chat. Keep the comments coming. Zach says, how hard would it be to integrate cat control into the iPad app? It would be so nice. It would be nice to plug in my iPad to my radio during park activations. Cool idea. I'm gonna grab that, and I think we've kind of considered this, but we haven't gone to implementation on any of that, and we haven't really started design on that yet. So we'll see. What we got. Waves and Wings says, love the software. Thank you for the hard work on it. Thank you, Waves and Wings. Really appreciate it. Log when activator says soda number. Oh, that's, yeah, absolutely. You can go into, let's see here. Let me see if I've got this right. You know what? I think we have a Hunter template, don't we? Yes, we have. Go up to your templates, change your logbook template, Rosanna, to the Soda Hunter template, and then you'll have a Their Summit option. Here, I'll give this. This is really cool. Let me grab. Here we go. So if you go up here to your templates, go up here to the top bar to your templates, grab the Soda Hunter template, save. Then you've got this Their Summit option down here. You can just pop that in right there. Good question, Rosanna. Thank you. All right. James German Hamfest was this summer, not last year. Yeah, that was around Field Day. Rockin' Radio KW0X says, I recently noticed the new feature that notifies you when you relog someone on the POTA Day rollover. Great ad. Oh, awesome. Thank you. Andy, you remembered correctly. Cool. Okay, great. Bugby Seer says, Zach, hope they can do that with the iPad. Yes, that would be really cool, guys. Good day, Michael. 73. Thanks for stopping by. See here. All right. It all makes sense. Cat control is buggy because Andy has a pet mouse. Yes. Yeah, if the mouse is Jerry, then cat control is Tom. We'll just leave it at that. Michael says, is there any better pricing for us poor Canadian folk with the exchange rate? Oh man. I don't know how to get and how to work around the exchange rate right now, Michael. I'm sorry. It's kind of nuts. But anyway, Dave says that was the slow QRZ lookup that I saw in the web this weekend. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah. I'll have to check. I haven't really noticed that slow lookups. So Discord link invalid, Safari says. I'll keep my mouth shut about Safari, but I will go ahead and drop you a new invite link. This is supposed to be a never expires link. So, 6090 Pro player, there's a chance that you got removed in our, there's a new Discord invite link. There's a chance that you got removed in our user purge, like removed and banned in our user purge when we cleared out. We're trying to, we cleared out anybody who didn't follow our naming convention with name and call sign. So if you can put your Discord name that you used in the chat, I'll unblock you and just change your name so it doesn't happen again on the next purge round. We try to keep it cleaned up so that we don't have any, spam bots, anything like that going on, and try to keep everything uniform and easy to know everybody. So let me know what your Discord name was, and I'll get that fixed for you. So Zach says, on an activation yesterday, I totally forgot to change my frequency when I QS wide and logged 60 plus QSOs under the wrong frequency. Thanks for QSO Manager. Let's go QSO Manager to batch fix that. Now QRZ, on the other hand, oh yeah, good luck doing that with QRZ. Man. You can delete them all out of QRZ and then do a manual export straight from QSO Manager. So you can select only the QSOs that were affected in QSO Manager and just move them back over to QRZ. Keep that in mind. That's really cool, Zach. So yes, QSO Manager is a very powerful tool. Tom, W9TEF says, are there many feature differences between the logging templates or just different field layouts? For instance, the tree icons in the log for POTA template, which we still want in general templates too. There aren't a lot of major differences. Most of it is like you said, just different field layouts, different backgrounds you can configure. You can configure your own custom template using that if you want to. But yeah, I would say there's not a lot of major differences. Point taken on the trees in the general template for like hunting POTA. That's a good idea. I like that idea. I'm gonna grab that and add it to our feedback list. Thanks, Tom. Pepe says, I regret that the custom fields in my own template still cannot be used properly because they're not visible in edit mode. This means if you make a mistake when logging in, it cannot be corrected. Ooh, I think we've got this one on the list to fix. That's actually not good at all. So let me make sure that we've still got that one top of mind and we can get that fixed for you. All right. All right. Mike, W9ALB, just saying, hey, welcome, Mike, Amateur Repeater Directory. Good to see you. Pepe says, QSO Manager is my best friend. Use it regularly. Cool, Pepe. That's fantastic. Guys, we are at the end of the comment list. We're going to pop over to Discord right quick. Keep dumping your comments in. I think I just saw another one pop up. So keep dumping your comments in. I'm going to check. Looks like nobody has submitted any pictures of any POTA activations in the live stream questions channel over on Discord. So get those in if you want me to show those on stream. Basically, you doing a POTA activation or really any ham radio activity using World Radio League, and I'll show those on stream. Get those dumped in. I'm trying to think here. Let's see here. Andrew O'Brien says, has something changed in the LOTW feature? I choose a logbook, click save, but see no sign. It is sending to LOTW. I am linked to LOTW. Okay, we're not sending to LOTW. We're only importing from LOTW. This LOTW send is a coming feature. It's not implemented yet. Tom, W9TEF, says, yes, please, on the POTA trees. Feature already exists in the POTA activity template. Just add it to the others, please, please. All right. Zach says, when you do your park activation, hop on single sideband so I can hear a laugh. We'll see what we can do. All right, guys, give me just a second. I will be right back after this very short break. Hold on just a second. Told you I'd be right back. Marvin, you missed our new music. We've got new music at the beginning, so maybe we'll play it here in a little. We'll play it next week. Probably play the same thing next week. We'll see. All right. What next? All right. Ruckin Radio says, Discord dummy here. How do I change my name in just the server? Okay, this is actually pretty easy to do. So let me demonstrate for you. You're going to share my screen. There we go. Okay. All right. You're going to go down to the settings, and then you're going to, hold on. I think that's right. Give me a second. Yeah, you're going to go to settings, and then you're going to go to display name, and you're going to edit it there, I believe. No, you're going to go to profiles. I'm sorry. Profiles, per server profiles, and then you're going to choose your server and pop it in here. So that's how you do that. All right. So if you take over leaderboard number 1, get an email or text from Peter, K0PLT. Good idea. Absolutely. All right, we got some stuff coming in on Discord. Give me just a second. Okay. All right, we'll pull that up in just a minute. Andrew O'Brien says that explains it. Okay, cool. Thank you. All right, you're welcome. Jeff says, new user, I have a question. I imported a large portion of my existing log. How do I filter the map contents on it? Let's see here. I don't think we have that extensive of map filters built in yet, but that is like one of the things on the agenda that's coming up pretty quick that we're going to want to implement is some extended map filters. So thank you, Jeff, for bringing that back front of mind. I'm going to pop that over here in the, here we go. Let's see here. All right, guys. Let us pop over to the Discord real quick here. Give me just a second. All right. Here it is. Cool. We got some good pictures coming in here. All right, guys. Cool. Thank you. Let me go ahead and share screen on this. Welcome, Chuck. Welcome. Terry says need a certificate if you end the week on top of the weekly leaderboard or end the month or year on top of the overall leaderboard, state leaderboards, maybe even for second and third. Cool idea. Definitely cool idea. All right. Let's see what we can share here, guys. Give me just a second. Okay. Share screen. There we go. Okay, here we go. First of all, Zach, AI4ZD. Is this the right place for photos? Yes, indeed it is. Looky there. World Radio League on the iPad using the, what is this? This is the Yaesu. Which one is this? 891? Is that what that is? Which one is that, Zach? Just out of curiosity. Tom, W9TEF. Here's the front seat Subaru shack during an activation of Santa Fe Prairie National Nature Preserve in Illinois. That is a really cool setup. I love the setup there. Man, that is awesome. That is so cool. I love that, Tom. Very nice. Very nice. Dave, KW0X, got a mobile POTA set up in the park. Looks good. Looks good. Zach got another. Ooh, looking nice. That is beautiful, Zach. All right. White Subaru POTA gang. Cool. Set up using the POTA Performer. Nice, nice. Zach's got another one. Very nice, Zach. Boy, this is kind of fun sharing. Okay, FT891. All right, cool, cool. You know what? If I can figure out how to link the audio through this, we could almost do a net on Discord, but I would prefer to do it over Echo Link if we could. I just don't know how to get all the audio routed properly. We might not, since I'm on a live, we might not have to route the audio properly. I might be able to just, oh, that looks like a comfortable chair. I need one of those. Terry. Ooh, Terry using World Radio League in the shack. Nice. Oh, there's a live stream with a rather ugly feller up there on the screen, but very nice, Terry. Now, if you take a picture of the whole setup right now, it's going to be really cool because you're going to have your shack up on your screen in the picture of your shack. So there you go. That would be really cool. All right, what do you got here? Sorry, I see these mechanical pencils, and very interesting indeed. Cool. This looks like some good pencils. Looks like some very good pencils. Is one of them a pen? I think they're all pencils. And you're using the Apple keyboard, Magic Mouse. Ooh, you got a paddle. Nice, nice. Using the FT710. Very nice. Very nice setup. Cool. Dave. Beautiful, beautiful. Zach, shack photos. I can do that. Cool, cool. Looking good. All right. Except you've got, I don't know what this is here, but I don't think it's a hamster. So you might want to swap that out. I like your QSL card board up here. Very nice. Very nicely done. You know, we're going to have to make this a regular segment. Shack reviews with Andy. 891 Go Box is what Dave's got. Nice. Fountain pens. Terry, send me your fountain pen photos, please. There you go. There you go. I don't know if you can see that or not. Pilot Metropolitan. Immediately at my side is the Twisby VAC 700. I've got more. Plenty more. Let's see if I've got them on the desk. I don't think so. This is a like when nerds meet nerds kind of thing here. Custom Pilot Explorer, customized color with a custom Schaefer nib installed on it. My brother did that. Very cool. He made me this leather fountain pen storage pack here. I've got, I don't know where all my other pens are. I've got tons of them. I think one of my favorites, my two favorites are probably the Pilot Metropolitan and the Twisby VAC Mini. Sorry, guys. Quick aside there, but oh, man, that's beautiful. Okay, we've got a VAC. I think that's the VAC Mini, isn't it? That's like one of my favorites. Then we've got the Kaweco Sport. We've got, of course, a Lamy Safari. And then down here, man, that's a nice one. I'm not sure what all of these are. I can't see them all. There's another Twisby, another Lamy, a couple more Lamys. Nice, man. You don't happen to have a Lamy 2000, do you? Okay, guys, we're getting way off track here, but this is really cool. Okay. There's Terry's keys. Very nice. Yeah, I've got one of those. I've got the silver one of those Pudakeeg. And if you, I don't know if any of you have ever noticed this, but you probably noticed it a long time ago, but it took me forever to notice it. If you read that backwards, Pudakeeg says geek it up. So I don't know why it took me so long to realize that. But anyway. All right, what else do we have here? I think we lost 3 or 4 viewers when we were talking about fountain pens there. There is the QSL card wall. Oh, you got KB9 VBR. Nice. See here. KI7 QCF. Now there's a good one. Yeah, that's that guy's fun. He's a lot of fun. Let's see here. Anybody else I know? I don't think I know any of the rest of these guys, but I might be missing somebody. Anyway, cool, very cool wall there. Bencher, there you go. Nice. No. Those have to be the pins you hand out to other people when they ask you what a fountain pen is. Please no. Yeah, the Sharks, absolutely. Activation 67 of 67 Minnesota State Parks. Nice, Peter. That's awesome. Very cool. Swamper KB4SWP. Working Bigfoot. Nice. All right. Let's see here. What else do we have going on here? There's the POTA squirrels. Very nice. Good to see you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get on the air, track you guys down, put you in my ham alert or something, because I have never worked you guys before. This is really cool. All right. What else do we have? Okay. We'll wait and see if. Wait, Andy and Zero Pix WRL product manager. Do you have a QSL card? I do. Hold on. I do indeed have a QSL card, and I need to get the World Radio League logo added to these. I've got some of the other, like the Parks on the Air, Skywarn logos added to this. But yes, I do have a QSL card. I think my camera's mirrored. Hold on here, guys. Let me mirror my camera back, and then I'll flip it back again. But just so you can see my card there. There you go. Yep. Absolutely. All right. Send me one and you'll be right next to KB9 VBR. We need to make a contact first, man. Do we make one? Let me see here. Oh, we have had a QSO. Oh, cool. We have. Okay, AI4ZD. Let me look you up in my log real quick. I don't remember this. AI4. Hey, we did just the other day, didn't we? Was that just the other day? Was that the? Yes, that was the activate. Yeah, I do remember that now. Yes, absolutely, Zach. Zach Dill. Very. Okay. Yes, that's you. All right. Thank you, Zach. I forgot all about that. Yes, we did have a contact the other day. Send me a QSL card and I'll try to get you one back in the mail. This one is really cool because it's just a postcard and all I got to do is slap a stamp on it and toss it in the mail after I fill it out. So I don't have to envelope it or anything. Of course, if you send me an envelope with a stamp on it already for return send SASE, then I will then I'll use that, and that that of course helps me out. But but up to you. All right, what else do we have? All right, cool. Thanks, Zach. All right. Let's see here. A Rotring, okay. I do have QSL card service. Cool. Terry Bailey Rotring 800 plus in 0.7 millimeter. Nice. Okay, yeah. Very cool. Have you got the Lamy 2000 pencil yet, Terry? All right. I think we made it through all the pictures if nobody else has anything to share. Cool. All right, guys. What else do you have for me? Okay, no Lamy 2000 pencil. That Lamy 2000 pencil seems to be overpriced to me, but anyway, yes. Kind of geeked out there over the fountain pen thing for a minute, but anytime I find another fountain pen user, I have to take a few minutes. Ed says WSJTX will not log to World Radio League. UDP same in both. Where do I look next? Ed, send me a DM if you're on Discord. Please send me a DM there because I want to see if I can work with you to figure that out, I would love to get that sorted out with you. Thank you. If you wouldn't mind, send me one. Pepe says good night. Good night, Pepe. Have a great evening. Thank you. All right. Jeff says I have several. One of my favorite writing instruments, the Rotring. Okay, nice. All right. Okay, guys. We have just about wrapped everything up here. Send me another comment to keep me on the air. G'day, will you be adding awards for those who only import logs? For those who only import logs, we have some awards for those who do import logs and log both. You can get your 50 States award. You can get your 100DX award. There you go. Peter says, pencils and keys, be a geek. Indeed. Yes, indeed. Be a geek. Of course, it gets broader than that. Ham radio and ham radio altogether is kind of be a geek, and fine writing altogether is kind of be a geek. So combine the two and you get a super nerd. Okay. All right. Colin, I'm not sure what other awards you're referring to, but yeah, we do have some you can earn even if you're importing logs. So oh my. Modern board games, 1,500. Wow, cool. Colin says uploaded 59,000 contacts about a week ago. Nice. That's great. That's great. Let me see if for those few of you who are left here, guys, I'm gonna see if I can find an open repeater on Echolink. And I don't think they have an app for. There's a few apps that are built for Mac, but I think they have a web version that works for Mac. I can always run it on my Android phone. I should have got this going earlier, but I would love it if we could. I'm gonna guys, if everybody's still got time here. Today I learned about the Pudakig name. Thought it was one of those made-up Amazon company names. So did I. I thought it was hilarious when I found out about that. Okay, I'm going to share my screen here, guys, and we're going to walk through the process of creating a World Radio League logbook right quick. And then we're going to see if we can get a few folks to check in on Echolink, if I can find an open repeater. Let me know if you know of a repeater around you that wouldn't mind us using it. I would appreciate it. An open Echolink repeater, and we can pop over to that one. Drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat if you've got one. Let me go ahead and create a new logbook. We call this one WRL Echolink Net. See here, today's November 3rd, 11/03/2025. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and drop some separators in there. W4. Let's see here. Hold on here just a second. Save. Okay, Chris and Kristen saying we're a new channel just getting started sharing our POTA adventures. Great to have you guys on here. Thank you so much. Echo Ham for Mac, by the way. Okay, I might look into Echo Ham later. I'm not sure I have time to set up. Well, I might have time to set it up. I don't know how long of an install process it is, but usually they're not that bad. And Terry says I can use the W4 KEV Echolink repeater. As long, Terry, as nobody will care, we may just do that. So, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and run it off my Android app right now because I'm going to go ahead and run it off my Android app because, let's see here, because I don't have the audio settings all configured yet. So let me go ahead and pop that up here. Echolink. Okay. We're going to look for W4 KEV. I think, is this the one that, here, Whiskey 4 Kilo Echo Victor. I'm installing Echo Ham right now, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait and play with it for a little bit before I use it live on stream. Okay. And you're sure that they won't care us crashing in and using it this afternoon, Terry? Okay. It's connecting. All right, I'm connected. All right, I connected. I'm going to just see how echo. All right, sure if it's not too long. Okay. No on repeater at the moment. All right, thank you. Guys, tell me if my audio all of a sudden drops. I should be good here. So, got some weird audio coming. Oh, it's people jumping in on the Echo Link. Good. All right, we're going to. There we go. Cool. All right. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, we've got 4 people. Is there a max? There's not a max of 4 people on the Echo Link at a time, is there? Surely not. I don't think so. Let's go ahead and grab. Cool. Here we go. Okay, let me see if I can find W4KEV on the Echo Ham app. Here it is. It's connecting. Nope, didn't connect. Okay, we're gonna try using the we're gonna try using the Android app first, and then we'll move on from there. Let's go ahead and get started here, and we'll go ahead and log a few y'all in. You can keep listening on the stream, but maybe in case there's like a max of 4 on the repeater at a time, maybe pop out after you check in. Today we're just gonna be doing check-ins, and then maybe next time around we can do kind of like a round table with y'all. So let me go ahead and get started here. All right. Let's see here. Let's get going here. All right, everyone. Welcome to the first World Radio League net, the first World Radio League Echo Link net. Terry with a Tango has graciously offered the suggestion that we use this repeater. So thank you, Terry with a Tango. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started here. Take a few check-ins and just log them in, and then we'll get off the air if anybody else needs to use this repeater. If you have an emergency or any issues, please break in by saying break, and then we'll stop and let you give your call sign. So, thank you, everybody. And I'll begin taking check-ins now. Please go slowly. You give me your call sign first phonetically, then the regular way, and we'll get you checked in. Terry, what's the frequency? I don't know what the frequency is. I'm getting you in the log, but I don't know the frequency. That was weird. Terry, what's the local frequency on the repeater? I'm getting you Terry KQ4MDM in the log, but I don't know the local frequency of your repeater. I'm connected via Echo Link. Can you go ahead and give me that if you don't mind? QSL, that's good enough for the net. 145, 410. And all right, we've got Terry, KQ4MDM in the log. Thank you, Terry. Check-ins. Anybody else checking in to the log today? Please go ahead with your call sign, first phonetically, then the regular way. All right, we got Kilo Sierra 0 Juliet Delta KS0JD. Jeff in Kansas got you in the checked in here in the log. Thank you for checking in today. All right, guys, check-ins on the first World Radio League Echo Link net here on being live streamed on the World Radio League YouTube channel as well. I am your net control operator, November 0 Alpha Papa X-Ray. Please check in now. All right, we got Alpha India 4 Zulu Delta. Zach in North Carolina. Thanks for checking in, Zach, and appreciate the check-in. All right, more check-ins. Please go ahead. All right, there was a double up there, guys. I've got Whiskey 8 Bravo Romeo Delta. You are checked in. Thank you for checking in, sir. And other station, please go ahead. All right, I've got a Rick. Sounded like to me, is what I heard. The signal is very, very broken there. Rick, if you could go ahead. Guys, if you could hold on. All right, very broken signal there. I'm getting a Kilo Romeo 4 and then something Kilo. Try one more time if you could. QSL, Kilo Romeo 4, Echo Mike Kilo. You are in the log. Thanks, Richard, for checking in today. All right, check-ins for the first World Radio League Echo Link net. Please check in now. If you have already checked in and you are on Echo Link, please disconnect and watch via the live stream on the World Radio League YouTube channel, as it looks like the Echo Link has a maximum of 4 participants at a time. So if you could do that, that would allow space for others to log in. Thank you. All right, next check-in. Go ahead. All right, there was an Echo Link double there, but I got Kilo Bravo 6, Juliet Foxtrot Lima, KB6 JFL. You are in the net log. Thank you very much. And hopefully you're watching the stream on the World Radio League YouTube channel. Thank you very much. All right, next check-in. Go ahead. There he is. Kilo Whiskey Zero X-Ray. Thanks, Dave. Got you in the log. Appreciate it. All right, check-ins. The World Radio League live stream net. World Radio League Echo Link net. Please call now. W4DID, Ralph in Tennessee. You are in the log, sir. Thank you for checking in. Whiskey 4 Delta Golf Alpha, Willard in Georgia. Thank you very much for checking in. I have you in the log. Appreciate it very much. Check-ins for the World Radio League Echo Link net. Please call now. Kilo 8, Kilo Alpha, Zulu, Levi in Michigan. Thank you for checking in to the first ever World Radio League Echo Link net. Got you in the log and appreciate the call there. Check-ins from November 0. Alpha Papa X-Ray as your net control operator. Please check in to the World Radio League Echo Link net, the very first, by calling net control now. I've got KI4MJQ, Dennis in Tennessee. Thank you, Dennis, for checking in. Appreciate it. And welcome to the first ever World Radio League Echo Link net. You can see us live on YouTube on the World Radio League YouTube channel. Thank you for checking in. And as a reminder, even if you're not on Echo Link, if you're a part of this link system, you are welcome to check in. Please do so. We would welcome your check-in. And go check us out on the World Radio League YouTube channel to see the live stream. Thank you very much. All right, check-ins for the first World Radio League Echo Link net. Please call net control November 0 Alpha Papa X-Ray now. All right, I had a call sign cut off early there. I got something 6, Mike something. Could you come again with that call? Whiskey 6, Mike, Juliet, Zulu, James in Knoxville, Tennessee. Got you in the net log. Thank you very much for checking in today, and hope you have a great rest of your day. Check us out on the World Radio League YouTube channel. We're live streaming the net. Thank you very much. Check-ins, call now to November 0 Alpha Papa X-Ray net control operator for the first ever World Radio League Echo Link net. And Colin, this is our Echo Link mode you can set right here for logging Echo Link contacts if you want to. Zach says we need a World Radio League Net Award. Cool. Yes, this is really fun. Thank you, Zach, for checking in. Rockin' Radio, thank you. Rob, thank you very much. Colin, awards. You go to the analytics page and you can find, you go to the profile page and you can scroll down and open your awards page down here. Check-ins for the very first World Radio League Echo Link net. We've got several in the log already. Please call now with your check-in. I'm your net control operator, November 0 Alpha Papa X-Ray. You do not have to be on Echo Link. or even know anything about World Radio League to check into this net, we welcome new operators to World Radio League. Feel free to check us out. We're live streaming on the World Radio League YouTube channel as we run this net. So check us out over there and give us a shout out in the comments. And go ahead and call now. Give us your call sign first phonetically, then the regular way, and we'll get you in the log. November 0 Alpha Papa X-Ray Net Control Operator. Please call now. KQ4 MKV Michael in Tennessee. Kilo Quebec for Mike Kilo Victor. I have you in the log here in our net log. Thank you very much for your check-in. Like I said, if you want to check us out on our YouTube channel, go to World Radio League YouTube channel and give us a watch. Thank you very much. Check-ins, call now. All right, I got a Whiskey 2 Delta and Static got the rest of you. If you could come back again with your call sign, Whiskey 2 Delta, please. All right, Whiskey 2 Delta Alpha Hotel. Dylan, have you in the log. Thank you for checking in, sir. Check-ins. Call November 0 Alpha Papa X-Ray now to check in. (7-3) Jeff, thanks for stopping by. 13 awards, needs a 200 DXCC. Cool. Check-ins for the first ever World Radio League Echolink Net. We're calling it the Echolink Net since we're on Echolink, but you do not have to be on Echolink to join. If you are part of this linked repeater system, feel free to check in, and you can check us out on the World Radio League YouTube channel. We're streaming live at the moment. Check-ins, call now. November 0 Alpha Papa X-Ray is your net control operator. Please check in with your call sign first phonetically, then the regular way, and we'd be happy to get you in the log. Well, here we go. W3HAT in Tennessee got you in the log. Thank you for checking in. Check-ins for, maybe we should call it the World Radio League Live Net. That might be a better name. Check-ins for the World Radio League Live Net. November 0 Alpha Papa X-Ray is your net control operator. Please call now. Man, guys, this is pretty cool. Yeah, Discord invite. I can pop that back in for you. Let me see if I've still got that here. There we go. There you go, Ed. No worries. Oh, look at that. We've confirmed one of our contacts. Cool. Yeah, you get a confirmed contact if you check into our net. Don't forget that. Check-ins for the World Radio League Live Net. I'm your net control operator, November 0 Alpha Papa X-Ray. Please call now. one more call after this, and we'll see. Second first ever World Radio League Net Award. Cool. I like it. We'll see. We'll see what the team wants. I don't know if the team will jump at that yet, but we might see what we can do. Let's see here. All right. All right, we're gonna give it one more call, and then we'll wrap the net. We got a lot of check-ins for a first ever net. This is pretty cool. All right, final call for check-ins for the World Radio League Live net. Thank you to everybody who checked in. We'll wrap here in a second, but we want to give y'all one last chance to check into the World Radio League Live net. Last call. I am your net control operator, November 0 Alpha Papa X-Ray. If you want to see what World Radio League is all about, go find the World Radio League YouTube channel. We're streaming live over there right now. Check us out and check into the net while you got a chance. We may continue to do this. No promises that this is going to stay on this repeater system, but Terry with a Tango, KQ4MDM, graciously suggested that we use this as it is part of his local repeater system. So thank you, Terry, for offering this system. Yeah, we'll go ahead and wrap here in just a moment. But one last call for check-ins. I'm your net control operator, November 0 Alpha Papa X-Ray. Please call now. Looks like 15 is what we got in the log. Very cool. Very cool. Got a couple of confirmations there. That's very nice. Okay. Let's see here. Just log me, but it didn't confirm. Give it a second. It might take a second. We'll refresh the page a couple times to see if it confirms. All right. Thank you, everybody who checked in. We really appreciate the check-ins very, very much. This very first World Radio League net. So we're very appreciative. We got 15 check-ins in the log, and we thank you for all hopping in here. So have a great rest of your week, and we may or may not be back on this repeater network on next Monday. If things continue to go well, we may be on this one. We may move to the to a different repeater network if we need to, but we really appreciate the use of this one. Thank you all, and have a great rest of your week. To everybody on the repeater system, I believe Terry said he's on the 145.41 side of the repeater, but this seems like it's a very large system. The W4KEV repeater system. To everyone there, thank you so much for checking in and for stepping aside as we use this for just a few minutes. We really appreciate it, and hope everybody has a fantastic week. 7-3 from November 0 Alpha Papa X-Ray, returning this repeater system to regular use. Thank you, Terry. Really appreciate that. We've got that in there. We're not wrapping the stream yet. We're going to give it a couple more minutes, see what else we got. Kind of got a little bit behind on comments here. Ed says keeps telling me it's invalid or expired. Ed, let me check and see what's going on in the Discord side of things. I may be able to get you in here. Hold on. Server settings, access. I think there were some banned. We ran through some users who weren't conforming to our naming convention and banned a bunch. So you might have got caught in that. Let me see here. What was your original username if you were in there before, or what's the one you use everywhere else? Would it happen to be EB0 or EBOYETT? Ed, is that you? Thanks, Willard. Thanks, Zach. Thanks, Wrecking Radio. We'll get you. We'll get this thing wrapped up here in a few minutes and go do a POTA. That's the plan. got tons of stuff to do, but I want to get a POTA going here in just a little bit. So, Ed, I don't know if that's you or not. If you could give me a yes or no in the chat right quick, I'd be happy to get you in here. But we'll see. Let's see what happens here. All right, guys. I'm not hearing from Ed there. Thank you all so much for coming along for the stream. Really, really appreciate it. Welcome to everyone who popped into Discord. Thank you to everyone who hopped on for the net. 15 check-ins for the very first World Radio League net. This is really, really cool, guys. And this repeater system actually, I'm not sure what coverage in Tennessee is, but Brad K4AZE, any of you all who have talked to him, he actually lives in Tennessee. So this might cover his area. You might hear him on as a direct at some point. So very cool that we were able to use that system. Thank you, Terry, for suggesting it. Everybody, have a great rest of your week. We'll catch you all planning on next Monday for another live stream, and hope everybody has a fantastic week until then. Yeah, Terry's direct too. That's great. That's fantastic. Yep, guys, make sure make sure you got N0 APX in your ham alert. I'm headed out to the park here in like just a few minutes to go set up and pull an activation off if I can. So would appreciate anybody who wants to work me out. Excuse me, wants to work me out there. Colin's asking if confirmed contacts that are showing in my log are just confirmed on World Radio League, or is it showing confirmed QRZ as well? If they're a fresh import, then it will pull QRZ confirmations. If you're trying to import confirmations over existing contacts, we don't have that implemented yet. That's coming. Jose says 73. 7-3, everybody. Have a fantastic rest of your week, and catch us for some more festive holiday style music next week at probably about the same time, 2 Central, is what we've kind of done. We may change it up a bit, but that's kind of where we've been sitting. So thank you, everyone. Really appreciate everybody. Have a great day and week. 7-3 from November 0, Alpha Papa X-Ray. Andy here, product manager at World Radio League. I am clear.